Today, I'm pleased to welcome Ed Cross. He's with the law offices of Edward H. Cross in California. Ed, thank you for what you do with the RIA and being on our program today.
Thank you, Brother Cross.
Yeah, brother in some fashion. Good, always good to joke about our last names. So maybe we are family somewhere way back in time. Who knows? Who knows?
Way back, yeah, in the dark ages.
I do wish I had your hair. I'm going to go on record and just say that.
Well,
So,
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
I wish I had your charisma.
You do. Hey, Ed, we're going to talk about something important that involves RIA, and it's one of the position statements that you've been working on, and it's on adjusters dictating restoration prices. This position statement is important. Tell us about it.
So a lot of restoration contractors have fallen prey to certain overzealous adjusters who try to tell restoration contractors what they should be charging and what amounts should be on their invoice and what the dollar amounts should be. Provided you are not on a preferred vendor program or working under a TPA network where you've agreed to work for their guidelines, if you're working on a non-program job, you are entitled to enter into an agreement with your customer as to what the price is going to be. Your customer is bound by that, provided no fraud has occurred. That doesn't necessarily mean the insurance company is bound by it. The insurance company is obligated to pay the fair and reasonable or fair market value of the work. Well, what we see all too often is adjusters reaching out to independent restoration companies and sending emails that say, remove this item from your invoice. We don't pay for that. Well, who says you don't pay for that? If it's not in the policy, they're not allowed to claim that they don't pay for something. They need a better reason than that. We see adjusters who are saying, don't charge for masking or supervision or, debris removal, different items like that. They're not allowed to do that. And the position statement from the Restoration Industry Association gives the arguments, gives the rationale and the evidence in support of this particular position. No, you shouldn't be telling me how to price my jobs. You don't have a right to do that. Doesn't mean that they have to pay more than fair market value. They don't. But they also don't have the ability to order an independent restoration company as to what their invoices should say or not say. So what do we do when this comes up? Well, the advice that I give to my clients is if you get an email from an adjuster who says, remove this charge and remove that charge, if you remove it, you are creating a paper trail, and that goes into the collection of information that the insurance industry is holding on to. And if they persuade you and everybody in your town not to charge for whatever widgets, then they can go to the next person and say it's not standard to charge for widgets, when in fact, all the restorers were doing was trying to reach a reconciliation, reach a compromise so they'd get the invoice paid. They didn't mean to convey to the insurance industry, it's not reasonable to charge for this, but that's how it could be interpreted. So what do you do instead? You send an email that says, if items 2 and 7 are in dispute, please send payment for the undisputed amounts, and the insurance company needs to do that. You do not need to rewrite your invoice at the pleasure of an insurance adjuster. Insurance adjusters are perfectly capable of estimating the projects and doing the calculations on their own. But what they want to do, some of them, is get something in writing from you saying, okay, we're taking this off and we're discounting this and discounting that. If there's an error on your invoice, if you forget to carry a 1 or there's a math problem, fix it. But if there isn't something that's objectively incorrect in your invoice, I would urge everybody to go ahead and ask the insurance company to simply pay the undisputed amounts. Then you have the option to talk to the policyholder later on about what's going to happen with the additional amount that's not paid. You're not obligated to remove items or discount your charges merely because the insurance company, who's a third party, you're not under contract with the insurance company. We're talking about non-program jobs now. They don't have a right to dictate what you're doing. So insurance adjusters cannot dictate restoration charges on these types of projects, and they cannot and must not instruct or require restoration companies to remove items from their invoices, their charges, or to mandate that they change their invoices to match standardized prices. They can't do that. That's overstepping, and we need to push back against that.
Fantastic. Well, keep up the good work, Ed, and we'll see you at the next trade show.
I look forward to it, Jeff. Thanks.